Man, your balloons are blocking the live stream. Can you put your balloons back here or to
Nashville, if you can come to the stage, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ooh, we're gonna try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. Ooh, better. It was rough this morning. They had to wake them up. We had to do it 3 times just so I could make sure I wasn't in here by myself. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Miss Eaton. I'm the 8th grade assistant principal here at Brogden Middle School. And we're gathered here today to recognize and honor our 8th grade students as they leave middle school and move on to a new and exciting phase of their education, high school. You hear that, parents? High school. We're so proud of all that they've accomplished this year, our scholars, and I'd like to begin today's program with a huge round of applause for our 8th grade students. Before we get started, parents, if you filled out a consent form to take your student home, if you filled it out before today, your students are wearing a green wristband. At the end of the ceremony, we will have those students to stand and exit through this door to my left. Parents, if you received a consent form today and want to take your child home, we will give you an opportunity to then allow those students to go with you this afternoon. And if you realize, wait, I don't have that form, I want to take my kid home, we'll give you an opportunity to fill out that form as well, okay? I would also like to take the time to recognize all of the family members, friends, guardians, neighbors, all that are here to support our students, our scholars today, and to honor those that could not be here as well. For your care, for your love, support, and encouragement throughout the first and most pivotal stages of the development of these young people who sit before me. Parents and families, please stand so that our students can recognize you and give you thanks for all that you deserve. Families, please stand. You may be seated. I'm so happy to be here with you all today to celebrate this momentous occasion. At this time, I would like to recognize some of the hardest workers and most dedicated staff I've ever worked with and ever met in my life. I've had the pleasure of working with a group of teachers who support our scholars in countless ways, academically, socially, and emotionally. I am truly blessed to be able to work with each and every one of you. We are all truly blessed to have chosen to do this rewarding work with each other here at Brogden Middle School. When I call your name, please stand. Miss Arrington. Miss Michael. Mr. Ayler. Miss Kirkland. Miss Livingstone. Miss Hall. Miss Ingram. Miss Smalley. Miss Boykins. Dr. Olson. Miss Pardue. Is Miss Parker here? And Miss Parker. I would also like to recognize and introduce some more hardworking people that are here on stage with me and also in the audience. Mr. White, our principal. Dr. Moore, 6th grade assistant principal. Miss Erica Bloodworth, our 8th grade counselor. Mr. Key, our mental health counselor. Miss Norris, our social worker. And Miss Burns, our student success coach. And I cannot forget Miss Smith, our 7th grade assistant principal. Also, Miss Meyer, 7th grade counselor. We appreciate all that you've done for us this year, and we couldn't do this work without you. Last but certainly not least, if you are a member of the PTA, please stand. PTA members, parents, teachers. These parents and teachers work so hard to service and support our school and our staff and our students in so many ways. They organize, they fund, they gather for family engagement events like Community Day. They provide teachers with teacher appreciation treats. So we just want to thank you for your tireless efforts and constant positivity. They are a large part of the reason that our end of year events for 8th grade could remain and happen for our students this year. So please give them a huge round of applause and thank you, PTA, for your service. At this time, I'm going to ask Ms. Bloodworth to come to the stage to introduce our student speaker.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to say a few things, if you don't mind, and then I'm going to introduce Amir, who's way more important than I am. But when I got into education about 20 years ago, I remember having a conversation with my sister, and I said, I think we're meant to love them. And she said, I think respect them, yes, but I don't know about love. So fast forward here, and I'm looking at you guys, the 8th graders that are sitting here in front of me, and I'm just thinking about the last couple of years. And you all help anchor me. So I'm up here feeling nervous, and if I just look at you and focus on you, then I know I can do what I have to do, yeah? So I think about so many things. The ambassadors who have helped in the last couple of years give tours, help put on the dance, brief conversations I've had with people in the hall or at lunch, more heartfelt and vulnerable conversations in my office, being in classrooms and just listening to you all banter and have fun with each other, people sneaking up to my office just to grab a piece of candy. So then I think back to that conversation, and I choose love. And I love you all a lot, and I'm going to miss you all, and I think that you all are going to be great in high school and as you move forward through life. Okay, so I'd like to introduce Amir Boyce Jr. to speak. Amir contributes a lot to our community. He is an excellent student. He's consistently on the AB honor roll. He's an athlete, so he's a student athlete. He played football. He was a championship wrestler for the district this year, and he runs track. He is also a nice guy, a very polite, nice person who every morning would say, "Good morning, Miss Bloodworth." And I just really appreciate that. Simple but powerful. So anyway, let's give him a round of applause.
Hey y'all, I'm a little nervous, but good afternoon to all the students, teachers, and parents. First, I'd like to address the staff and thank them for allowing this afternoon to happen by creating the spaces for us to make memories. Who can forget the bus rides to the zoo and all the laughs we shared? I'll also look back fondly on this past weekend sneaker ball and remember how good everyone looks, especially with my brother. I would like to thank my BMS parents, Ms. Russell, Coach Knox, and although he's not here, Mr. Miller, for always keeping me and lots of us in check. Finally, a big thank you to all the parents that are here who have supported us along the way through the good and bad times, especially my mom and dad. Thank you. Without our parents, we wouldn't be here today. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives as high school students, I want to wish all of you good luck on your journey as a coming freshman. I want to talk your heads up, so I end off with this. Thank you, Barton Middle School, for allowing us to grow and spread our wings to achieve higher and greater things. This is the best class of 2027. We are now officially signing off as educators. I'm now going to introduce our last student speaker. Natalie played girls soccer and men's boys soccer team. She also played in the Bargain band for 2.5 years. Let's hear it for Natalie.
Bienvenidos a todos y gracias por estar aquí acompañándonos en esta maravillosa tarde. Especialmente gracias a los padres de familia por estar aquí acompañando a los estudiantes de Brockton en este día, en este gran día. Quisiera dar gracias a las familias por estar con nosotros en este día tan especial. Las familias son personas maravillosas que están con uno en las buenas y en las malas. Si algún día uno de nuestra familia tropieza en el camino, la familia siempre está para dar la mano y seguir adelante. Gracias por apoyarnos y siempre darnos la mano y por haberse encargado de levantarnos temprano todas las mañanas. Gracias por su gran esfuerzo. Brockton para mí es como mi segundo hogar. Dios me dio fuerzas para conocer a personas nuevas y esas personas que yo conocí se volvieron importantes en mi vida. Me sentí feliz en Brockton de haber conocido a mis amigos, de cómo me aceptaron ser parte de cada momento especial juntos a ellos en esta escuela. Siempre recordaré caminar por los pasillos, por la cafetería y por la cancha de fútbol. Agradezco a todos agradezco a todos aquí por ser parte de mi vida. Quisiera darle las gracias a Mr. White y a Miss Higgins por habernos enseñado reglas que seguir. Aunque en el nombre de algunos estudiantes aquí presentes no nos gustaron las reglas, pero nos ponemos a pensar que esas reglas nos servirán en el futuro. La primera vez que conocí a Mr. White, él me puso en RPC por llegar tarde a la clase. Pero agradezco a Mr. White por eventualmente haber dejado que nos hiciéramos amigos. También agradezco a Miss Jeans por haber estado en los momentos malos y por haber escuchado a uno cuando había problemas. Mr. White y Miss Jeans soporta a todo tipo de estudiantes, alumnos serios y juguetones. Gracias por habernos soportado. God bless you. Quisiera agradecer a los maestros como Miss Boykins. Miss Boykins es una persona extraordinaria y maravillosa que quiere a todos sus alumnos, pero Core 4 siempre será su clase favorita. Core 4 agradece por habernos enseñado la tabla periódica y por reírse con nosotros. Thank you, Miss Boykins. A Miss Pardue por habernos enseñado a crecer nuestros grados y por habernos dicho después de 30 minutos de leer, let's find the stopping place, y por habernos enseñado a sentarnos como escolares y haber sido maestra de inglés, matemáticas y un poco de ciencia. Siempre recordaremos cómo hacer un happy test y sobre el naming part y el talent part. Thank you, Miss Pardue. También quisiera dar las gracias a Miss Ingram y a Miss Molly por habernos enseñado fracciones y sobre gráfica coordinada. Miss Ingram es una persona muy amable y cariñosa. Gracias, Miss Ingram, por haberse reído con nosotros y por habernos dejado comer taquis junto a usted. Thank you, Miss Ingram. Últimamente, gracias a la señora Olsen, yo no tuve la oportunidad de tomar clases con ella, pero varios alumnos de Vikings pasaron clases de inglés y estudios sociales con ella. Ella es la cuarta maestra Viking y por enseñar a mis compañeros le agradezco mucho. Thank you, señora Olsen. Y quiero agradecer a Miss Blower porque ella siempre estuvo en varios momentos malos de mi vida y le agradezco por estar junto a mí en esos momentos. Thank you, Miss Blower. I love you so much. Y bendiciones a mis compañeros de Vikings en el futuro y que sus metas se las dejen en las manos de Dios y que Dios los bendiga. Thank you.
And now we will have our 8th grade core teacher awards. So 49ers, if you will come to the front with your awards. So at this time, the teachers will present each content award. I think Mr. Ayler is going to do it for everybody, okay? So we'll have most improved, and we'll have highest achieving or highest achievement for each content area.
Good afternoon. Our first award will be our Social Studies Award for highest achievement in social studies, and that'll go to Josh Starren. Our next award is the most improved in social studies, and that goes to Salvador Alvarez Pedraza. Our next person is going to receive 2 awards today. The first award is for the highest achievement in math, and her other award is most improved in science, and that person is Marisol Rangel. Now we're switching to science. The highest achievement in science goes to Liesel Rader. And I guess, Liesel, you should stay here because you also got the highest achievement in Math 1. Congratulations. Liesel Rader. And our award for math, most improved in math, goes to Jelena Fuentes. Now we're switching to my favorite English language arts. This is the highest achievement in English language arts this year goes to LaJordan Richmond. And finally, last but not least, I think this is somebody who everybody's going to appreciate. This is the most improved student in English language arts and the man responsible for this right here, and that is Jonathan Lopez. Vikings, you guys can come to the front. Vikings teachers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so Jesus Sanchez Cruz has the highest achievement. The next award is for V. She has the most improved in math. Hello, Brockton and Brockton families. I'm going to present the highest achievement in social studies to Kenya Fuentes. And then I would like to present the highest achievement in English language arts to Sarada Tangby. And then the most improved in English language arts is McCready Wise.
Good afternoon. I will be presenting the most improved in science, and that is Amari Small. And I also will be presenting highest achievement in science is also Josh Staring. Congratulations.
I have the privilege of teaching students both on the 49ers and on the Vikings team. So for our 49ers, our ESL Most Improvement goes to Esdras Morales Paz. For our 49ers, the highest achievement in ESL goes to Hamdi Mohammed. And then wrapping up, I have the Vikings ESL. I have the Most Improved. That goes to Rosalind Bonilla Marroquin. And the last award I have is our Vikings highest achievement, and this goes to Sahel Arias.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Hamdi, I like that swag you had coming down here. You were walking real slow. I liked it. Won't stay before you too long. I have a few remarks, and then afterwards we'll get to our Dragon Award and our Principals Award. Um, but I have just a few words for our eighth graders and you all. Who in here has tried something new in the last year? Just raise your hand. Who has tried something new in the last year? All right. And who in here in the last year has tried something new and then when they, if you could, whoever's playing the pomp and circumstance, if you could turn it out, please. I appreciate it. When you try something new and then you realize that it wasn't as easy as it looked. Anybody? I want you to take a moment and think about that something that you tried in your head. Isn't it funny how we can see someone else trying something and think, oh, I can do that, or I can do that better. Well, that was me this year. Just a little story. My daughters and I like to go bike riding sometimes. And when I say bike riding, I don't mean like out on the dirt path, anything like that. I mean, like low impact bike riding, like in your neighborhood, on the sidewalk, or to the mailbox back. Well, one day I had a bright idea. I said, well, if I can do this, I want to get in shape, kind of shed a couple pounds. I said, well, I'll just start bike riding to the grocery store. I stayed about 2 miles away from Wegmans, and you haven't heard that Wegmans is a grocery store. So I decided, I said, okay, one day when I just have a few things to get, I'm gonna ride my bike to Wegmans. It's not that far away, I can do it. So I started out one day, woke up and said, all right, time to get it going. Went down, made sure I had air in my tires, wiped the bike off, and said, all right, I'm about to do it. Well, maybe like 5 minutes later, I realized that this was not a good idea because Mr. White is not in shape, and there were a lot of hills on the way to that store. So what would have, like a 2 to 3 minute car ride On that bike, it took me about 35, 45 minutes. I was getting off the bike, walking beside it, looking up like, oh Lord, what am I doing? I started to call somebody. I was like, maybe an Uber can pick me up and take me back home. And I was like, oh my God, but I had to stick with it. Made it to, saw the grocery store and I got really excited. I said, yes, it's here. Got there, then I had to realize I got to go back home. That's another 45 minutes. And so I got back home, my legs were done, shot, I laid in the middle of the floor, and I said, you know what? I think I'm about done. I think I'm retired from bike riding. And it took me about two more weeks to summon up enough courage to try to ride to the grocery store again. But I did. What I learned was very valuable. Um, it's not that easy, but if you stick with it, you can accomplish your goals. What if I had given up? I knew I had to get back home. Guys, when you all started in the 6th grade, it wasn't easy. You all at the beginning of COVID, you all had computers, virtual learning kicked off. Wasn't the best way to start middle school, right? But you did. Your normal was going from your bed to your class. Sometimes your class was in your bed. Sometimes your class was at the kitchen table or wherever. Most of y'all were just names on the screen because you didn't want to turn your cameras on. Yes, I do remember that. You could have never prepared for that. I guess I could have prepared better for my trip to Wegmans that day, but sometimes that's just how it happens. You didn't have time to prepare for COVID, but oh, the ride you all took. I've watched you all go from virtual learning to attending school on alternate days to being fully back in school. I witnessed silent walks in the hallway, social distancing, masking, to now all the laughter and joy in the hallways. I watch you all get back to activities such as sports, clubs, band, and last week, 8th grade dance. What if you had not tried to get back to this? We would not be here today. What if we had said, no, thank you, I give up? Look at us, we did. Your journey over the last 3 years has been one big bike ride. I started with you all on this ride as your principal. We all started at Brogdon together 3 years ago. We weren't prepared, but we rode together. We failed, we dusted ourselves off, we got back to riding together. Now your destination is not Wegmans, it's high school. So for this next ride, I want you all to carry these 3 things with you. Don't you ever get off the bike. It's your bike and your wheel that will get you far. The determination you have within yourself, about yourself, is the real competitive advantage. And number 3, this ride to and through high school won't be easy, but the more you do it, the less you'll fall and the more resilient you'll become. Brogdon Dragons graduating class of 2023, we're very proud of you. Keep those helmets near, keep them on, and ride on. Congratulations, you did it. All right, so I now want to present 4 awards. We have the Dragon Awards, which are awards where the students were nominated by their teachers and the teams, and then we have the Principals Awards. So I'm going to start with the 2 Dragon Awards, and the first Dragon Award is from the 49ers team. Goes to an exceptional student nominated by their team and staff. The person's always kind, tries to do their best in every endeavor. This person is a high achiever academically, very polite, a model student, and that student has already received a couple awards today already. But the 49ers Brogdon Dragon Award goes to Lisa Redder. All right, next we have the Dragon Award from the Vikings team. Um, this student um, is a true leader in our building. What I will say is that a lot of the reasons why we had a school dance, a school-wide dance, is because of the students' efforts, because the students' thoughts, the brain, they met with the PTA to advocate, and y'all didn't even know that that student was on a Zoom call with all the parents, advocating for y'all to be able to have a dance and looking for support. Um, Always has a smile on her face and always brightens up the room. Miss Jasmine Harris. All right, next up, we have the Principals Award. We'll start with the 49ers team. This award goes to a student with a very positive attitude, um, very, very sociable, very likable, very popular amongst his peers and teachers. Always does well academically, model student, someone that his parents would be very, very proud of. And I will say has the best hair in the building. Ben Stemmel. All right, last but not least, the principal award for the Vikings team goes to a student. I spend a lot of time with the student, watching the student participate in different athletic events. Student's a champion. Student cannot beat me on the basketball court, even though we didn't get a chance to play as much this year, but last year, just watching the growth on the basketball court, seeing her in the classroom lead and do a phenomenal job. Someone, again, always is consistent and always has high character at all times. This is Jordan Richmond.
Let's give our students another round of applause for their award. All right. So I'm going to keep it quick because I know I'm the person that's between your students getting their certificates and you getting to take them home and celebrate them. So again, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but again, eighth graders, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. I know we've been through a lot this year, but we made it, just like Mr. White said. We've had so many laughs. We've had some tears in my office. We've had some tears in Ms. Bloodworth's office. But most of all, I've enjoyed a lot of the laughs that we've had. One unique thing about this class that some of you parents don't know, we had 5 sets of twins in this class. 4 sets were boys. I had 1 set on my hallway that was always in my office, always picking on me, always laughing at me. You can imagine who that might be. Amir and Samir. The Webb twins, they were always quiet, you know, trying to premiere their Gucci wear. And my Smith twins, they were very, very quiet. They didn't talk to anybody. They were just in class doing their own thing. And then I had a couple of other sets of twins. You didn't even know they were there. They were just at school, and somebody's like, they're twins. But we've had some good times. I picked on them, called them by their full name. I won't do it on stage today. Jeremiah Harding. Trinity Mitchell. Tyson Broadway. But thank you for all of those laughs. Thank you for all the hugs. Thank you for always stopping by my office just to check on me, making sure everything was okay. Thank you for asking me 9 million questions. Can you open the bathroom, Miss Eaton? Can somebody open the bathroom for me? What time is lunch? Are we going to lunch now? Can I hang with you? Can I sit in your office? No. All the answers are no. But thank you for showing your bravery. A lot of you have been through a lot this year, and you have taught me a lot of things. One of the things you have taught me is patience. I think I've grown about 18 new gray hairs from y'all, but you've taught me patience. Serrano. Thank you for that. But I do want to leave you with a couple of things to always remember as you go off to high school and you go off to become successful young adults and successful citizens of the world. Always be kind. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. You never know what people are going through, but people may not even know what you're going through. But the least you can do is show them kindness because they deserve kindness, and so do you. Be a good listener. Always lend a listening ear, even if it doesn't mean you respond. Just listen, because sometimes that's what people need. Be kind enough just to listen. Always lend a helping hand when somebody is in need. You never know. Somebody might be at their breaking point, and all they need is you to help. Always be there for someone. Number 2, always be respectful and always be honest. Be honest to yourself, be respectful to yourself and others. There's a saying, you have to give respect in order to get respect. Well, I think if we show each other respect all the time, then we're always receiving respect, right? When someone's talking to you, 8th graders, look them in the eye, even if you don't have your glasses on today and you can't see. That's respect. Just looking them in the eye when they're talking to you. Show them that respect. Keep your AirPods out so you can hear and see and process all that at the same time. Put your cell phones away. A little umbilical cord. Flip it. Okay? So you can hear, process information. Okay? Last but not least, you are never alone. You'll always have somebody by your side. I know it feels like you're alone sometimes, but as I look around this room, I know that you are not alone. There's family here, friends here, probably some neighbors here that love you and care about you and want to see you succeed. They want to make sure that you succeed beyond your dreams. So lean on these people. Lean on them for support and ask them for help, whether it's academic, social, emotional, or personal. Just lean on them. None of us can make it through this life without help. None of us can make it through this life alone. So ask for what you need. Like Jasmine, advocate for what you want. You never know, you might get it. okay? Why? Because you deserve it. We all deserve it. Thank you. At this time, we are going to start our promotion ceremony. So while we're getting prepared, families, we will be presenting students with their promotion certificates as well as a workbook that we have purchased for our students that they can work through over the summer. Work? Yes. Yes. You need to work, Francisco. All right. Everybody needs to work. It's a great workbook, okay? So everybody's going to get a workbook. Parents, inside of their folders is their final report card. So don't lose it. Okay? Let us start with the Vikings team. Miss Ingram's class, please stand. Miss Ingram's class, you may come and receive your certificate. Thank you, Miss Ingram's class. Dr. Olson's class, please stand. Dr. Olson's class, you may come and receive your certificates. Thank you, Dr. Olson's class. Miss Pardue's class, please stand. Miss Pardue's class, you may now come and receive your certificates. Thank you, Miss Pardue's class. Miss Boykin's class, please stand. Miss Boykin's class, you may receive your certificates. Thank you, Ms. Boykins class. And now for our 49ers team. Ms. Michaels class, please stand. Ms. Michaels class, you may come and receive your certificate. Thank you, Ms. Michaels class. Ms. Kirkland's class, please stand. Oh, Ms. Arrington's class, please stand. My apologies. Okay, Ms. Arrington's class, please come receive your certificate. Thank you, Ms. Arrington's class. Ms. Kirkland's class, please stand. Ms. Kirkland's class, you may come and receive your certificate. Students, please do not leave right away. Please go back to your seats. Please do not leave. Go back to your seats with your teachers. Students, please do not leave. Mr. Ayler's class, please stand. Wait 1 second, Ayler's class. Mr. Ayler's class, you may come to receive your certificate. All right, we got some more books. Students, if you didn't receive a book, you can circle back around to the table to grab it. Michaela, if y'all didn't get books, come back to the table and get your book. Michaela, Davion, Diosman. Okay. All right, we're going to start our dismissal process. We're going to start our dismissal process. If I can have your attention, please. We're going to try to do this fairly quickly. Students, if you have on a green wristband, please stand. If you have on a green wristband, don't move, just stand. If you have on a green wristband, please stand. Make sure you have all of your items. Your folder, your book, your phone. It's in the very back, on the very back row, on this side.